What's going on, guys? We are back. NA Open qualifier number 2, the Swiss stage, the main event, the regional. I don't know. Regional has a nice tone to it, or it sounds good. Anyway, Open qualifier number 2, Swiss stage, top 16. Let's get to our predictions for today. We'll try and, go through them relatively quickly. I don't think there's too much to go on. But again, if you can't watch this weekend, you don't have to. I always predict perfectly right. Did you see my Gen G versus G2 pick last time around? I got the perfect 4-0 correct. Wait, you're saying I picked Gen G 4-0? Don't worry about it. All right, let's move on. Let's get to it. Here we go. Talk about some of these matchups. We're not going to spend too much time through Swiss. We're just kind of going to get through it here just to see what type of matches are there, and then we'll go through it. So, G2 leftovers. We're going to go 3-0 G2. Sheet is from Adam Core on Twitter. I will link it in the description below. Jibufu. Let's talk about him, baby. Jibuffo. I know. But we're going to call him Jibufu on YouTube because people love when I do that. So, Jibufu, we're going to go 1-3. We'll give TSM the win there. I think TSM, this could be a chance for them to make a top 8 run. I think TSM is good enough to make a top 8 run. So, we'll see if that pans out based on who they play. Dignitas Omelette. It's good to see Omelette back, but I'm still worried about their consistency. Luminosity versus Incorrect. Well, they don't do nothing there. Pirates deleted. We're going to go 3-2 because Achieves is the GOAT. Last time we said Achieves was the GOAT, we still didn't even give him a top 8. And lo and behold, they made it anyway. Space Station over Akron. Good for them making it here, but they're going to go home. M80 NRG. I think this is going to be a 3-0. I think likely we're going to show the M80 Energy game tomorrow on stream. But who knows? But Energy obviously has a lot of issues right now. They subbed out Toasty for Drees, trying to figure out exactly what they're going to do. I don't think it really matters all that much. I think Energy is kind of on the downhill trend, and it's probably just going to get worse. But we'll see. G2 Pirates, we will go 3-2 because the Chiefs is the GOAT. Dignitas TSM, we'll go a 3-1 for Dig. Luminosity Gen.g. Do we want to be spicy? So I'm thinking Luminosity is going to make top 4 this time around. That's my pre-game prediction in my head. But do I do it here? Do I do it? No, I'm not going to do it here. Oops. Where'd that 2 go? That 2's just gone. Space Station M80. This is a good matchup. I'm going to go Space Station. Oh, M80, they got a very low seed because of their 3's MMR. I think a lot of people didn't realize exactly how the seeding works going into the next qualifier. I think a lot of people thought the first tiebreaker would be based on your Swiss stand-ins. It was not. I hope in the future that players do know that now, that they actually are grinding out 3's ranked and trying to get ranked as highly as they can just to give themselves a better shot. It's going to be a little bit different now. There'll be less ties because of RLCS points. But yeah. Deleted versus leftovers. We'll go deleted here. Jibufu versus Omelette. We'll go Omelette 3-1. OG versus Incorrect. I think OG finally gets a win. And then we got Akron versus NRG. I'm doing it. I'm going to do it. This is going to be the downfall of the NRG era. No more. And we're going to go Akron taking them out 3-2. Let's see if it actually happens. It's probably doubtful, but we'll see. We're going to go Gen.g here, 3-1. And we'll go G2 also 3-1. We'll give them both 3-0s. They look like the 2 best teams. Gen.g obviously looks more vulnerable at times, but I think it was like one really bad series. We'll see if that continues when they played G2 last time around. Luminosity Akron, we'll go 3-0 here. M80 Omelette, we'll go with 3-1. Pirates OG rematch. Last time it was a sweep for Pirates. We'll make it game 5 this time. Excuse me, I've been up since 3 a.m. Sorry. TSM deleted. We'll go TSM. I think TSM is going to have a good tournament this time around. Jibufu, Incorrect. We'll go Jibufu so I can talk about them a little bit more. Energy leftovers. There it is. 0-3 for energy. Energy's going home early. Dignitas Pirates. We'll go Dig 3-1. TSM Space Station. I'm going to go for the upset here. We're going to move TSM in early. See how that bracket shakes out. It's hard to like pick like upsets in Swiss because obviously they're going to happen, but it's like hard to pick the ones that you think will because obviously it's kind of random. Luminosity M80. I'm going to go Luminosity here 3-2. OG leftovers. I think OG is going to have a little bit of a bounce back tournament as well. Deleted versus Jibufu. We'll go 3-1. Omelet, Akron. We'll go with 3-0 here for Omelet. Moving on. Pirates versus Omelet. We're going to get Pirates back in that top 8. Let's do it. We'll go with 3-1 because the Chiefs is OP. Space Station OG. Ooh, you kind of have to give it to Space Station. I have him power rank 3rd. I'm surprised I even have him losing twice. One's against G2, so that makes sense. And I guess my one upset was TSM, so that's why they're here. M80 versus Jibufu. We're going to go 3-0 here for M80 to settle it out. All right. Seedon, G2, Gen G, Luminosity, Dignitas, TSM, M80, Space Station, and Pirates. Ooh, interesting. All right. Moving on down. I think it's on the same sheet. Again, Adam Core on Twitter. You can see it right there. Go follow him. In case I forget to put it in the details. But moving on. Trying to do it relatively quick. G2 versus Pirates. G2 is going to get 3. Pirates are going to get 3 back. And then G2 is going to win. Dignitas TSM. I'll go 4-2 for Dig here. Gen G Space Station. Again, Space Station just running into some terrible brackets here after the first one. This one, too, I think is just not going to work out for them. And then Luminosity M80. And this is my dark horse pick. Actually, I think both of these teams have a pretty good shot at a top 4 here. But I'm going to go Luminosity in a very, very close series. Just because I think pre this entire prediction, I kind of am thinking that they have a good shot as my dark horse pick. So it kind of just worked out. We'll put them in there. And then, guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to be boring. I'm going to be boring. I'm going to be boring. I'm going to go... I'm not going to be too boring here. There we go. Gen G will come out victorious. We'll get a different champion this time around. I think the last time that Gen G played G2, Gen G obviously didn't look their best. I feel like a lot of their touches were ill-conceived. And I think there's been a lot of talk about the drive of wanting to win, right? And in NA, there's not that drive. In Europe, there definitely is. And that's the big difference maker, I think, in terms of skill. But Gen G, they do have that drive to win. Apparently, Jack has that drive. First Killer has that drive. Chronic, I assume by osmosis, has that drive. Don't really know by himself because, he's hasn't been around it as much. So, the drive to win, that embarrassment of the 4-0 last time around, I think Gen G is going to come back and be a force and look to dethrone G2, and it's just going to make it a little bit more interesting, right? Like at the end of this, I wonder if points ranking actually works here. So I'm going to see if this will work. If with the prediction in here. Oh, it does. Beautiful. Love this. Love this sheet. So this is what the points will look like if my predictions are correct, which they always are. So points would be 28 for Gen G, 28 for G2, Dignitas at 18, which is actually really good for every other team. If Dignitas gets another top 4 and Gen G and G2 meet in the finals again, this is fantastic for every other team trying to fight for a spot in that top 4. Because generally speaking, if you're fighting for a spot in top 4 and you're not one of those top 4, you want 3 teams to do really, really well to make the point totals for 4th be a lot less. This would be great for like a Rebellion. This would be great for OG and all that. So this is the points right now based on my predictions. And as you can see, like M80 and Pirates would only be 3 points out. But that's not crazy at all. That's something that can easily be made up. Because it's a 3-point gap for all the places when you get into the bracket stage. So you would have to get like a top 4 at the very least and hope that Luminosity does not get a top 4. But Space Station Pirates and M80 are all right there. TSM and Rebellion would be at 10 points. They would need to get 2 places better, so you would expect a grand finals appearance for them. Could get them in. It's not guaranteed, but it would put them in a fantastic spot to get that. So grand finals for them. And then anyone below that, it would generally be, you probably have to win. OG, Deleted Energy, Jibufu, Omelet, Snowmen, Young Whippersnappers, and so on and so forth. So that's what you need to get done there. So that'll do it here. The predictions are in. Let me know where I'm wrong. Am I boring? Probably. But I feel like Rocket League is turning into more of like the favorites are going to win. We've seen that a lot. We don't see as many upsets. We see it in Swiss. We see it on like that round 1 is usually that spot. But it usually will correct itself throughout a tournament. So that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the show Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll be there all weekend long, having a good time. So definitely come check out the streams. But we'll see you next week for more videos. Goodbye.